Hey, what's up, YouTubers? I get a story for you today. I will probably have to do a second video of this because it's only limited to a certain recording. Anyway, it's called The Devil's School. It's in downtown Jacksonville, jammed up next to Interstate 10, stands an old brick building school built with more legends than you can stir with a stick. This is the infamous Devil's School. It is known by Jacksonville teenagers as the most haunted place in town. It is, in reality, this was Duval County Public School number 4. The old building was tall with white columns standing like stencils at the entrance. It is supposed to be haunted, but if we are to believe all these tales, then ghosts were the minor players in this evil place. The hauntings began in the 1960s, when a furnace exploded, killing half the students and a few faculty members and a janitor. Okay. This is what I have on here. This is what it says. Ever since the tragic day, the ghosts of the victims have haunted the school building. Allegedly, the place became so haunted that the teachers refused to work there. And the school had to be shut down for a brief period. A priest, yes, I did say a priest, was called in to exorcise the demon spirits so the school could be reopened. Well, if that wasn't enough, the school principal was a cannibal. Okay, that's creepy and disturbing, and that principal needed help. I don't know if all this evil took place at the same time or in some chronicle order. According to the story, when students fell asleep in class, they were sent to the principal's office and were never seen again. The cannibalistic principal had a closet in his office that had been converted into a meat locker where the students were gutted and hung on spikes until he could eat them. They don't know if this was true, but this is what it says. We don't know if any of the parents even complained to the school board about any missing kids. Okay. Then there is a tale about a principal going on a bloody spree and wiping out most of the student body. It's curious that no teachers were victims of this vicious rampage. Perhaps they escaped, or maybe they were accomplices in this wickedness. We know that the teachers can get fed up with unruly puppies, but this is ridiculous. Literally, it's like ridiculous. If cannibalistic education on killing sprees are not enough, there is another story that points to the janitor as the evil doer. Allegedly, the janitor went brisk, basically went crazy, one day and slaughtered a bunch of kids, leaving the hall splattered with blood. If you believe that one, then it's their ghost that now roams the creepy old building. You think that some other problems could have been resolved at PTA meetings with all these killings going on it certainly took care of the overcrowded classrooms. I'm sorry, like, really? Going on a killing spree? Why didn't they just have conversations with the PTA, you know? Like it says, and the parents, you know? Maybe they could have solved it easier that way. So, going on a killing rampage. Okay. This is the other half of what I was talking about. After a little research, this is what they came up with. This is the real story behind the old school. It was designed by Rutledge Homes and built in 1917 as a Riverside Park school. It was the first public grammar school in the city and was designed as public school number 4. In most recent times, it was called the Ann Litt Elementary School. It is not certain when the school was closed, but the vacant building became a refuge to local homeless people and a place where kids held clubs. The city officials condemned the place in the 1970s, although transits continued to live there. It was also a favorite place for urban explorers and a hideout for drug addicts, like most old buildings are, you know. Okay. This is what else it says. Like most old abandoned buildings, if it presents a creepy backdrop for evil legends. In 1995, there was a fire in the building that was later blamed on transit. There is nothing to support the claim of cannibalistic principles, crazy janitors, exploding furnaces, or evil teachers, although some publicists probably thought their teachers were wicked. I'm sure the feeling was mutual. The old building is now surrounded by a tall chain link fence topped with barbed wire. I'm guessing is supposed to keep the sinister stuff from escaping. Like, that's really gonna work to keep ghosts in. Yeah, sure. That ain't gonna keep a ghost in and go right through it. As part of an urban renovation of the area, the building is scheduled to be turned into condominiums complex in the future. Madness and murder at the Devil School. Here in Jacksonville, the old PS number 4 is supposedly haunted. The janitor, according to local legend, went crazy and killed a bunch of kids. A tree is also supposed to grow in the center of it. The old school building is also supposed to be the local devil worshipping spot. That's why they call it the Devil School. Because you got a lot of satanic worshippers that sit there and they go worship Satan, which they are completely crazy if they do. It has recently been sold and it's been gutted and turned into condos. I don't know if this is just urban